up everyone, I'm FORDY aka FORDY. This video is for all you new runners out there. I've got the 7 things that I wish I knew when I started running. So let's get stuck in. Hey guys, what's up? I'm FORDY aka FORDY. Thanks for coming back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button down below for me. That's the start to date all my latest videos, and you're going to get all the running content that's coming out on the channel. This video, as I said, is all about the 7 things that I wish I knew when I started running. If you're new to running, this is a great video for you, and I think it's going to really help you. And it's part of my new to running series, so check that whole series out. Hey guys, welcome back to FORDY Runs. I'm FORDY aka FORDY. This video is about the 7 mistakes that I think you need to try and avoid if you're doing any form of training, whether it be for a marathon, half marathon, or 10k or even a 5k. I've just put together the 7 mistakes that some of them I've made, some of them people told me that they've made, and I think it's good when we're talking about long distance running and doing training for these sort of events that I'm currently doing. For example, I'm doing training for the London Marathon. There are important things to try and avoid to help you along the way. Number 1, it's a real easy one, and it seems silly to even say it, but don't do what I've done in the past, and that is put on a new pair of running shoes and go out and run 20k. It's the worst thing you can do, actually even 10k. Don't actually use anything new, really, if you're out running. You want to make sure that you have used it in some way. Like trainers is a great example. If I buy a new pair of running shoes, I will wear them religiously for about 2 weeks, to and from work, just to bed them in. And I'll make sure that I feel comfortable in them, and then I may wear them for a short run, but I won't put them onto the longer run till I've really sort of worn them in. I mean, I had a blister like that on the bottom of my foot, and it killed me. It actually took me out running for a couple of weeks. So avoid an easy one to avoid. Just make sure you don't wear new shoes on a particularly long run, or actually any run, and definitely don't wear them on a race day. Big no-no. Number 2 is about eating and drinking. Give yourself plenty of time. The rule that I use is about 2 to 3 hours before you go running after eating something. Talking about breakfast is a good example. I won't run until 2 or 3 hours after I've had my breakfast, and it'll be something like porridge. And it's the same on the way home. If I'm doing like my tempo runs or whatever on the way home, I'll have something 2 or 3 hours before I do that run. It's just giving you time, it's giving yourself time to make sure that that is soaked into your body, it's all digested, because the worst thing you could do is that when you're going out there, you're going to feel uncomfortable, you may feel bloated, you might start getting stomach cramps, you might start getting track wind, and all those sort of horrible things that can come, you know, from eating and then doing exercise. It's a real simple rule, 2 to 3 hours. Try and avoid eating real close to going out for a run. It's a big mistake that people do make, and it can cause you some real issues if you're not aware of it. Sticking on that subject, number 3 is don't drink too much water before you run. It might seem stupid what I'm saying. You've got to be hydrated, that's important, and I always drink, you know, I'm always drinking water anyway, but I won't drink gallons like an hour before a race or a long run. And actually, after half hour before the race, I hardly drink at all. Actually, if anything, and if I am, it's just sipping water. You don't want to be, you know, gulping a bottle down and then going off and doing your run. Again, it's going to cause you a lot of bloating, a lot of wind, a lot of cramps, and you're going to need a wee after 10 minutes. And it's just a nightmare, especially that on top of the nerves. Just avoid it. Stay hydrated, yes. Drink when you're running, sip, etc. You've got your hydration plans, but don't gulp down water and then go and run. Half hour is about what I do. Number 4 is, again on the sort of food topic, about introducing something new into your diet before you do a long run, actually for any run, but more so on the long runs. Again, it's all about digestive issues. You're giving yourself a plan. I've talked about on my channel about diet plans and stuff like that, about what I'm eating. Yeah, and you've got to try and stick to your plan and what you're eating. It's so important. Your body's going to get accustomed to taking in certain things, and if you then throw a spanner in the works by Saturday night before you go out and do your long run on a Sunday, you go down to Sainsbury's and you pick yourself up a lovely bit of, I don't know, swordfish or something like that you haven't had since you've been doing your training. Your stomach might go into like, what's going on here? and then the Sunday morning you may have issues. So it's really important to avoid that. It's really tempting because you're probably stuck on the same foods. It's quite bland. Like at the moment, I'm just having pasta every Saturday night. It's really boring. But it's important that you stick to your plan. Don't be tempted to put something else into your diet. If you're going to do that, put it into the plan early and work into it. But don't have it like the night before you're going your long run. Particularly don't have it before you have a race. So I mean, that's again a big no-no. Something to think about. Number 5, sticking on the digestive theme. This is not one really to dwell on too much, but make sure you visit the toilet before you go out on your long run. And I'm not talking about a wee. You've got to make sure that your system's clear of anything. There's nothing worse than going out there and having that thought in the back of your mind. You want to be clear of all of that. You don't want to have any problems when you're out, digestive or whatever. I mean, nature will happen, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. If that's what it is what it is. But what you want to try to do is give your system the best chance of being clean, clear and ready, and you've got all that waste out. It'll make you run better as well, not having that in the back of your mind. The best way to do it is to put it into your training routine, regime kind of thing. Then, you know, you get up, before you go for your long run, you visit the track number 2, and you're ready to go. I mean, I won't dwell on it too much, but seriously, people don't talk about it, but it's really important to make sure that you visit the toilet before you go out. Number 6 is probably one of the most important ones, is a lot of people go out and they feel great, and they just start really cranking up the miles. It's a big mistake. Stick to the plan that you put in place. You've researched it, you've gone on YouTube channels like this, and you've looked into it, what you're going to do and how you're going to get to the, you know, your race day or whatever you're doing. Don't be tempted just because you feel great to go out, instead of running 20k that day, to go and run 25k, because all you're going to do is give yourself shin splints or potentially other injuries, and it's really not worth it. I learned the hard way. I got shin splints. I had to have physio and this and that, and it's just a nightmare, and it puts you out of action for a couple of weeks while you try and manage them. Like runner's knees, the other thing, that's an annoying injury that you can get, because again, you're overusing it. Stick to the plan, stick to what you structured yourself and how you're going to achieve your goals. Don't increase your mileage too quickly. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The basic rule of thumb, I think they say, is about a 10% rule. Even that, I will go and do, let's say, 20k on a Sunday, and then the following Sunday, I may go back to a 15k, and then the week after that, go up to 25. So I've built it even into my marathon training plan. You can look at it. I've built into it the fact that I'm not going to go, you know, 20k, 30k. It's just a big no-no. The last one is it's a bit of a weird one, but again, it's something people don't think about. It's static stretching before you go out for a run is a big no-no in my view, and I think if you Google this or you look on YouTube as well, you'll see that a lot of people talk about this. You want to avoid static stretching before you go out and do your running. Static stretching is like standing there, putting your leg behind your back, holding it for 30 seconds. All those stretches that you should be doing after your run. But you've got up, you've got out of bed, you've come down, you've got changed, you've visited the toilet, you've done everything else, and you're ready to go. And all of a sudden you start doing all this stretching, you're pulling yourself about, and the blood's still not actually going, really hitting all the parts of the body it should be. It's not running like it should do yet. The best way, actually, to warm up, if you're going to do a long run, is to walk a bit faster, get into a jog, then ease that jog into your running pace. That's the best way to do it. And any long run, or a long runner will tell you that the best way to get warm, to get warmed up and get the body properly sorted, ready for what you're going to put it through, is actually to slowly, gently build into your pace. It's a big mistake that people make. You see them out there stretching, pulling themselves around. I'm not saying don't warm up, but static stretching is the worst thing. Do some active, stretching and stuff. And again, go on YouTube and go on Google and look at that. But don't do the static stuff, because that can actually cause you more injury. That's it. It's pretty simple. So there are 7, I'd say, big mistakes that I've made or I've heard people make. Things to think about when you're doing your training. Hope it's helpful. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you've got any comments, comment. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the videos. There'll be more coming at you. Check out FORDYruns.com. There's more content on there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos.